What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Once again, we got Deep Savers, slightly different from last time how it was set up, and we're going to be playing into Ice Snow. This is round 2 from the locals. I have round 1 coming up after this one, so I'm just waiting on some deck lists. So we've got Ice Snow going first. We're going to see the training after the Beluko. We're going to be seeing the Crab built up over the Bukamon. Going to see the 1-cost Dolphin so we can go all the way up to a level 5 in response, only passing over 2. And the Davis we picked up is going to send a Suzune to the bottom, but we are going to get the pickup. Now we're trying to figure out whether we're going to raise on 2 memory or not, or just commit. Okay, commit at level 4. It's memory efficient, passes over exactly 3. So the Davis doesn't feel too bad, actually. Means that now you should be able to climb into a 5. We're going to make the Frigi in the back, and then we're going to drop the Suzune. So, I mean, it does mean you have to swing in now. We're going to gain the memory. We're going to hit a Joe. So we are going to be getting that Suzune value. Unfortunately, a Medieval Ganomon is going to get disappeared. But we do get the double hit and then the Sangamon straight after. So we're just committing to being wide since you're going to go to 4 anyway. And you're probably going to have a bunch of Digimon with no sources. There's no point building up the sources. So just committing. Going to go for the training to go into the Polar Bearmon, which is going to stop when Digivolving effects on the Gomamon. And it is going to stun it, so we can't suspend. I feel like we do need to make Skadi here. Because the Suzune is not going to get any value. We're going to swing over the body, and then we're going to stun one of them, and then we're going to Skadi. Skadi, I get to play out the Saucermon, which is going to unsuspend because there's no Digimon with the sources. And... okay, and then going to spin one of them into security. We're going to use Barrier to protect against the MegaSeadramon Ace swinging out of security. We're going to swing in there. Going to hit Deep Savers, which means we get to play a level 5. So down comes Veemon, and we're going to load up from trash and hit a Davis on that second check, thanks to the Polar Bear. Sec +1 and piercing is so good. Unfortunately, though, obviously did get to just immediately assemble a board straight back under it. And now you got to be really careful. The Skadi's already done what it needed to. So I don't know if you maybe just commit a Zudo Evo or if you just threaten it. Like, it is a blocker with the Seadramon, but I'd be really concerned about getting hit by a Plesio here. So yeah, I think stripping out the source and bouncing the Veemon makes a lot more sense. Because now that we have a Davis, we are going to be going to 3 anyway. I think this just makes it so it's harder to do the Plesio, like the Plesio setup from having a level 5. Yeah, you can see he's thinking about it. It doesn't quite have the line that we want. As a reminder, of course, the Gomamon will have no when Digivolvings. Yeah, because that Sorcerermon wasn't going to make it back to him. Like, if he got to make the combo, we would go in. We are going to MegaSeadramon on the turn, and we're going to get the D-Digivolve, and then we do get the bounce. It's just going to give us the memory back. So we do clear the body, and we do take the 3. What a gorgeous ult. It's funny, that day as well, my entry pack pulled a regular MegaSeadramon ult, so got rid of that. Speaking of got rid of, down comes the Aegis-Dramon, and we're just going to evolve normally. So we don't get to spit out the aircraft carrier, but we do get to clear the Ice Snow body. Of course, we're up to 4, and now we finally have sources. It's funny, he could actually just slam. If he has an Ice Snow in hand, he might be able to just slam a body, because you slam it, you use the Suzune to strip out a source. And then you can use the Joe to strip out a source. No, Joe only strips on play, doesn't he? We're going to evolve, and yeah, we're going to strip from the bottom, and then we're going to strip with the Joe. We're going to overflow, gain the memory back, and actually, well, strip with the Suzune and then memory with the Joe. So we gain a boatload there for that 3-cost Evo. Then we're going to slam the Frigimon. Oh, he wants to slam the Frigimon, but there's no on plays whilst the memory's at 5 or more. So we're not going to commit to that. Korikaku. Slide Evo. Get the stun on the Gomamon. Training for 2. And I think now if he slams the fridge. Okay, just gonna go for the Polar Bear. Is it still effective? Oh yeah, you have to. Is it like it's like reverse Gallon, right? You have to pass to 0. Yeah, so I think he did those in the wrong order. I think we needed to go the Polar Bear first, and then do the training. So we're gonna swing on suspend. And that's unfortunate as well. The stack doesn't really have... The stack doesn't really have the sec minus like inherits to kind of like push the lack of damage. So we're just going to slam the MegaSeadramon ult. I like to think that's the one that I gave him. And it's going to get the value out. So we're going to push up a Penguinmon. It's the red blue one. So not one that reduces the cost as far as I remember. Are we going to training? Yeah, training. Yeah, that's what. Okay, yeah, so we didn't do the training, so we just did the reduced cost evolve. I guess they both have reduced cost evolve. Good source strip with the Suzune, and then are we going to get the Joe? Not using the Joe, okay. Go into the Crispal. Crispal is going to unsuspend thanks to none of the things having sources, and now we go into the Skadi. Play out the Korikaku, and then there's going to be putting it into security, swing for the 2, and then the hybrid is going to take it for game 1. A very, very cool list, honestly. Game 1 now done and over. Whilst we're getting shuffled up for game 2, I want to say a thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. No, I haven't quite been able to keep up with the daily Digimon, but I've been trying my best. And that's made possible by the members like the Mega Josh, who's an ultimate here on YouTube at tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our ultimates, we have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the sticks on the left, 3 Strike Wall, Brad, and King of Knights. And then they are going to be still shuffling, so I want to say a thank you to Shinny Carry, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibbert, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Tomato FGC, Donkey, Chava, Allforce Magnet, and Kragan Security. As we go into game 2, if you're still with us, I want to remind you to join the Discord if you haven't already. It's where all the members are getting some extra cool stuff. We're all just chatting, having fun, geeking out about stuff, as we're going to see a 1 choke here from the Penguinmon just to try and limit the number of actions. Not let that Dolphmon turbo up nearly as much, but just going to go for that 2 cost Evo. And Frigimon, and then we're going to say Deep Savers. So prevents them from being deleted in battle. And we are schmoving cards back and forth. This is the sort of speed I want to see out of Tame, like, you know, players when they're playing. Suzune, and then immediate training, then Veemon in the back. First time that we've actually had to do a full consideration on how we want to play. Because both of them staying in the back, we're just going to make the Crispal, and then we're finally going to commit the Belucomon, which does get to pick up an Ice Snow and a Hexablow. So we're not going to be able to double hit here, unfortunately. So we're going to take the Skadi. Which means we do threaten Skibidimon next turn. We have the Suzune, which will get some source strip, but from playing in the back, it's not like you're going to get full source strip. Obviously, you know, if you have to pick something up, it's quite funny. Looks like we're going to try and raise. Thinking about it. Because the line... We saw the MegaSeadramon, but like I feel like going out first with the MegaSeadramon is definitely asking to get punished. Oh, you can't figure it out. We're just going to go for the training and stay in the back. Going to pick up the GigaSeadramon. Then we have to have some sort of boost here, probably. Sangomon or a thing. No, it's going to be the Goma. Once again, going to be sending the Medieval Gallant to the bottom. But we do get the double hit on the level 5 and 6. Going to swing. We're going to hit Deep Saver. So we now get to play out the MegaSeadramon. Is it MegaSeadramon? Yeah, it's MegaSeadramon. Yeah, because Giga is the one that was revealed for BT20 stuff. We're going to go Skadi. Get to play out the guy. It's funny as well, because technically he can use these... He can unsuspend the Skadi with the when digivolving, but doesn't need to do it that way. Just using the Sorcerermon. We're stunned, and we're going to hit... It looked like we hit training. We've hit everything, but we don't quite have lethal. But we do get a second MegaSeadramon out. So we now have a lot of problems. Do you commit a Zudo here? No, we're just going to go... Oh, okay, I don't hate that. Oh, yeah, I don't hate that at all, actually. Uses the Polar Bear to try and stop the MegaSeadramon. Obviously, didn't get anything off the scramble, but did get to hand. And then getting the Evo with the Plesio. And now we're actually going to make the Aegis. Since it is a brand new Digimon, it still gets its when... It does get its when digivolvings. the way the floodgates work on things like this is if it's a this Digimon can't digivolve, then it can't be used as material for DNA. But the DNA is a new Digimon, so you do get your when digivolvings. We'll get, of course, spin the smaller body, then we get the Plesio. We're going to make a 1-cost Dolph. And then swing load. Check 1. Crack the boost. Training crack. And then we get the MegaSeadramon. Going to play out the Goma. Goma with the search. Plesio DNA into a second one. Going to spin the next. Skibidi getting flushed down the toilet. Out comes the Dolphmon. Hits a training. I think he has enough swings to end this. I'm assuming he gained his... Yeah, he did gain his memory back. Both these trainings are technically live. Okay, we're just going to crack the Wisteria, go for the 1-choke. Doesn't commit to a full lethal line. Game 1 at start of main. I mean, it's probably enough to finish out the game. 2 floodgates, so, like, going to be completely unaffected. None of the on-plays are going to activate. So, yeah, really, really well done. And oh, it also can't be deleted in battle as well. Actually, no, that's the DSOs is gone. Also, it might also only be a your turn effect. And Budoko in the back. This might be a scoop angle. There's not even any overflow in these stacks as well, so even if something bad happens to the Aegis-Dramon, it would have to be like... It's even blue, so I don't even know what bad things could happen to the Aegis-Dramon. Like, you'd have to hit like a... I don't know. 2 Full Metal Blaze back to back. Either way, we're going to put a Davis down. We're going to put a Rookie in the back. We're going to Training Evolve for 0. Swing into Memory. Training going to MegaSeadramon. MegaSeadramon, swing, hit a Joe. Can actually choose to source strip, so we're going to try and source strip some stuff out. Swing, and game 3 is upon us.
Matrix Digivolution.
Yeah, today's sponsor is me. I appreciate everyone supporting me as they have, and there are plenty of other ways to support. The memberships, Twitch Prime, and all of that are great ways to do so, and just making sure that in addition to slapping like down and making sure you are subscribed, there are plenty of other things that I do that I really love doing and take a lot of work, and appreciate if you guys also gave them a shout and gave us some honest feedback on them, because the only way we can make them better is if people tell us what they like and dislike. But yeah, that's it for today's sponsor. Appreciate you if you didn't skip it. Back to the video.
And since we're going into game 3, I want to say a big old thank you to all of our rookies. We've got Greatness Beam, Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Turtle Sovereign, and Sama Larson. And then for the Digi Eggs, Jambo TCG, John Esposito, Rose Pierce, Christian Royal, Solon Desains, Yuxo, Evan Turner, Onyx Arlen, Jean Munoz, Gray, Gimme That Gaming, Feeling Hollow, Crown Clown, Sato, Surely Not Picked, Mr. Wicken, Wallendor, King Fujitora, and Walter Caceres. And as a reminder, join the Discord. You get special stuff in the Discord if you are a member, and it's just generally a nice place to hang out. Lots of collaboration up for grabs, all the fun stuff you get to know when videos go live. I'm going to be going with the 1-choke, but this time it is because we are making the 1-cost level 4. Oh, that penguin one always evolves for 1 cost, but it's one of the ones that like reduces the cost or gains the memory back or whichever. There goes the Veemon in the back, and we're just going to commit the Suzune, the nice ult. Out comes Veemon this time. Swing, doesn't die. End of attack gains a memory, and then we're going to gain an extra memory from spitting it out with the Bukamon. Because it's end of attack off the Sango, and then spit out the Buka? Yeah, draw 1 off the Dolph, end of attack, and then the Buka. So, plenty of memory. We're going to make the Plesio, spit out the Sango, get another search. And then, can he just make MegaSeadramon and then Aegis here? Looks like the answer is no. So, we're going to commit a training, pass over 1. Start the turn, and he... From the Penguin, it's kind of difficult here. Start of main, we're going to gain 1. Okay, we missed... Yeah, we missed the Suzune. We missed the Suzune. We evolved for 2, and then because there's nothing with sources, we gain the 1. Training, and go to Crispal, so we technically could have extra memory here. Okay, swings through. Iceclad. I like it. And then Skadi. Yes, I could have two choked here, and now presumably we play a guy and stun one, and then Skadi, yeah, tuck. So I could have passed, yeah, I could have passed him slightly less, but hopefully it's not hugely important. Hopefully. I do not think it would have been hugely important. Medieval Ganomon, once again, off the top rope with the steel chair, is going to flashbang two bodies, as he does best. Oh, okay, we remembered the Susanoo this time? The answer is not looking like a yes. Gonna make the Kuma in the back, so not ideal. Okay, slide Evo. You know what, actually, it did kind of work out. Forgetting the Susanoo. So now we get the one cost choke on the slide Evo. We are obviously looking at a medieval Gallantmon, which does not care and will swing in. Wait, he has Alliance? Two checks. Okay, that does feel pretty bad. And then one choke. At least, surely this time you remember. Surely this time we push up and remember. Okay, we remember this time. I'm going to go to 3. Scramble Hexablow? Okay, no, well, scramble into Polar Bear first. Gonna turn off the Sango. We're not really worrying about Crimson Mode Ace in this, so is gonna swing through with Ice Clad. Does get the punch through, and then maybe so you could Skadi. You could, yeah, because you're low on security. You could go for the Skibidi, play out a body, and then try and put your own body in security, or you put the Sango in security and make a blocker. Either way, you definitely end on the polar bear, like the big polar bear. Yep, big polar bear. Play out the Bluco, check top 3, and then the when Digivolving unsuspend. Are we going to do the when Digivolving unsuspend? We're going to put the Bluco in. Yeah, fair enough. Considering it's not a blocker, I think you need to give yourself as much extra security as you can. Okay, training. It looks like we're missing full combo. It's going to pick up the scramble off that. Don't hate that. And then Wisteria is going to find the MegaSeadramon Ace. Obviously, you still have no when Digivolve. Well, you would have no when Digivolvings thanks to the Polar Bear. Swing. We're going to hit for 2 checks. Hit for 2 checks. Of course, loaded 1 in the process. So ultimately 3 damage worth of progress. And then we're going to play the Sorcerermon. Hit for 2. And then... yeah, I doubt. I mean, like Blitz Omni, we've already seen the list. We know that it's there, like not there, but it's so close. It would have been a fun way to end it. Obviously, when Omnimon X comes out, it's going to be a thing we can start getting to see a little bit more often, maybe. But we've got a blocker, we've got a searcher, and we technically threaten a boost. Either way, we're going to be pushing up. We're going to make the MegaSeadramon. There is a blocker, and Zudo won't clear you, but obviously, you know, you need fish in the jet to be able to do it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we make the MegaSeadramon here. We're going to actually make Plesio with the scramble, play the Seadramon, then we're going to training into the MegaSeadramon, and then we get... yeah. There we go. So we just hit time, and we're going to make the Aegis. Actually doesn't get to play out a bajillion bodies, but we do get to scoop up to... okay, never mind. It's scoop first, then the bodies. So flashbangs one side, gets the rest. We then are able to attack with that Plesio and DNA. It does hit a training. This is turn 0. So he's going the full distance. We're going to make the MegaSeadramon. MegaSeadramon is going to tuck the body. And then we get to go Deep Savers. So turn 1 here for the Ice Snow player. Oh, it's rough. 4 memory you can work with for sure. I wonder if at this point you're trying to play for a draw? There's a lot of bodies on board, but also it's the when Digivolvings are really difficult. We're going to go for the Davis, so maybe we're missing the 4. Maybe we just gone through too many in that stack. I think if he slams the 5, it'll be pretty clear that we were missing a 4. Would have been a cheaper Evo. The sad thing is as well is he misplayed. If he had the, like, he had scramble, he had an empty board, so he would have been able to scramble to put to the top, and then would have been able to go for the search. That's a really, really big whiff on his part. If he was missing the 4, then he would have been able to guarantee that he had a 4 off of it, but ultimately is not going to find it. So we're going to play the Joe, we're going to suspend, we're going to strip. We're not going to be able to clear out. We're going to swing in, Evo, swing it in, and swing the last. Really, really good stuff from both players. Obviously very unfortunate about the scramble. You can see him pick it up there, realizes that the scramble might have been his way back in, but it's still relatively new. If you like what you saw though, and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member to help me do what I do as close to daily as I can. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, be good to yourself and have yourselves a damn good one.